what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Times don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Welcome to the Armoury. Welcome to Full Time Sport Network. Welcome to Arsenal versus Fulham match preview. We've got the wonderful Brenny somewhere there. I can hear him, I just can't see him. So I'm sure Brenny will join me. Oh,
that's weird. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I cannot see you, mate.
That is really strange. Oh my gosh!
I can't see you at all, mate. I'm trying to see if you're one of the ones wearing the Arsenal shirt at the moment.
I don't get it. I seriously don't get it. That is really odd. Yeah, how you been anyway?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Obviously, we had a 2-hour therapy session last night with Canners. So
yeah. I caught when I got home. I caught the end of that, you know. So yeah. It was good therapy.
Yeah,
definitely.
But how are you?
I'm good. I cannot complain. I'm over the defeat now, and I'm just thinking, you know what? On to the next game.
Yeah, I'm just enjoying watching Man United at the moment, so that's cheering me up as well.
That's good to know. I don't know what's happening there, so.
Forest are beating Man U at the moment.
Oh, that's good news. That's good.
Yeah, 1-0 up. I'll bet on a Fulham 5-0 win. Let's see if the reverse psychology works. Yes, Temi. You do seem to have this very good ability to get reverse psychology working. Evening to Tony. So Bobby and Brenny. Evening, mate.
Hey, Tony.
Party didn't make the Ghana squad, as I said. I'm just saying.
Oh well, that's good news. That's good news.
I'll be surprised if we ever see Party in an Arsenal shirt again, if I'm honest. Big up, lads. Happy New Year's Eve. Cheers, lads. But hey ho, we all need to be just I'm not a big New Year celebrator. I just don't celebrate it. It's not for me. Unless I'm going to start celebrating every new month, I don't bother celebrating every New Year. So. It doesn't really excite me. Tony Fulbrook has put his team in. We'll come back to that in a minute. There is 17 teams tonight. 17. It's
wow.
a new record. I can't. But some people have gone mental. We've got 3 at the back in one. We've got a 4-4-2, and then one right at the end, which was literally just one change. But there's 17 change. Oh, honestly, it's mad. We will get into it though. Talk of the devil with the 4-4-2, man. And there's nothing wrong with it, because I have no problems with 4-4-2, because I don't know who said it, but it's like someone said it, formation that's now dead. It's not dead. It's just dead in the Premier League. It is in Championship, League 1, League 2.
It got us a lot of success.
Yeah, it's not a formation that's dead.
You know,
it can be brought back, in my opinion, as well.
Yeah.
I'm joining my local darts season, which starts in 2024. Can't wait. Love playing, love watching. Not as good as the ones on TV. It's a hobby for me. Well, exactly, mate. Who cares? It's not good. So as long as you enjoy it. Temi, you've put your team in as well. I've starred that. 18-0 Fulham. I'm definitely using first.
Oh my
god!
gosh.
If it any gets anywhere, Man United have just scored, by the way. But if it gets anywhere near 9, I'm stopping the watch along. It's as simple as that. I'm not staying for 18-0. I tell you, no. Someone would need to be literally just pressing the bleep button for me, because I would be swearing constantly for the rest of that game. But anyway, let's talk about the game for tomorrow. It's a very quick turnaround for us, because obviously we did the game on Thursday, then we did the reaction the review last night. We got the preview straight away. I do apologise. So you're having to see a lot of me. Ray a 6 goal. Tony, honestly, if he just scores one own goal, I'll be unhappy, if I'm honest. Right, anyway, head-to-heads. Since the Premier League started, these have been the head-to-head. Played 33 times, drawn 7. Just the 3 Fulham wins, but they all have been at home. 23 Arsenal wins, 11 at home, 12 away. Recent visits to Craven Cottage, beaten 3-0 both times. And the past 5, we haven't lost to them, so that's a positive.
Yeah.
We can all talk about what happened in early in the season, but it's one of those games. These things happen. Recent form. Now, this is more interesting. Obviously, we know what's happened to us. I have managed to change the answer to Brighton 0 instead of being 2-2 the other night. So yeah, we've lost to West Ham. We drew Liverpool. We beat Brighton. We lost to Villa, and we beat Luton. Luton's not an easy place to go to, is it now, Chelsea?
No, it isn't.
Jeez, I can't. I guarantee Chelsea fans were ready and waiting. Look, we beat them 3-0, and then it ended 3-2. Yeah, plonkers. Bournemouth have beaten Fulham. Burnley have beaten Fulham. Newcastle have beaten Fulham. But then, just before that, Fulham went on a 10-goal spree. 5 against West Ham, 5 against Forest. So they're very hit and miss. Whether or not they'll find their form again, I don't know. But they've got some quality in their team, I have to be honest. Right, let's talk about the seasons we've had so far. This is up to date, so we are in 4th as it stands from the 3 o'clock kickoffs. So we have gone down to 4th now. We've won 12, drawn 4, lost 3. Average goals scored for us is 1.89. Average goals conceded is 0.95. 7 clean sheets. Now we're up to the magical 2 of 2 chances created per game. I know it doesn't sound a lot, but that is kind of the number you kind of look for when you're trying to go for a title push. Fulham. 14th at the moment, won 6, drawn 3, lost 10. Average goals scored is 1.37. Average goals conceded is 1.79. 5 clean sheets and 1.16 chances created. Now, a little bit of positive news, and obviously Brenny's going to have to take a little bit of notice because obviously he's got to do the challenge in a bit. Ream is out. Traore is out. Willian is a doubt. Positive news, Timber is still out, Fabio Vieira is still out, but Tomiyasu is now a doubt. He's not out.
Okay.
There is now a doubt because he was with our first team training today. So
yeah.
I don't expect to see him, if I'm honest. If we do see him, I'm guessing the faith in Zinchenko has severely gone very drastically. The only way I'll see Tommy playing. Matt Turner flopped. To be honest, I didn't see the goal, so I don't actually know. Yeah, quick turnaround for every team. I would love a week off from Carlisle stick them clowns. Sorry, mate. I know you're not enjoying it at Carlisle at the moment. So I was just Man United on break there. We lost to West Ham. I missed that. Yes, Tony, we did. It's amazing. I wish I had missed it as well, to be fair. Trying to predict Fulham is like predicting the weather. It is at the moment, to be honest, that they are so
definitely very inconsistent. Yeah.
But before this blip, they were in form. Like what the team's like. Where are they getting all these goals from? Goal, Forest. Yes.
Hey,
sorry,
sorry,
it's a local lad as well. Gibbs White has just scored. Wolverhampton. Right, if we lose this, Arteta will feel the pressure. To be honest, I think he's feeling a bit of the pressure. Obviously, what I spoke about last night, like with regarding the strategy meeting, that it's changed. There is a lot of pressure at the moment because things have not gone according to plan with certain signings over the past 2 seasons. They're not happy with some of them. So yeah, and big up to Toby Save Forest. Yeah, great finish by Morgan Gibbs White as well, actually. Right, so obviously I haven't really spoke to you about the Fulham. What are you expecting tomorrow from Fulham and us as well?
To be honest, I'm expecting us to create a lot of chances like we did on Thursday night. The only problem is that it's about, can we finish our dinner?
Yeah,
that's a concern. And I just want, and for me, when we talk about Bukayo Saka, in the last few months, it's like in recent. I said this. I put something about this on DWTT's channel, and I just said it's like he's being micromanaged. And I'm thinking, what's going on? Because under Emery, under the early years of Arteta, he was allowed to do whatever he wanted, more or less. But it's like he's been instructed, and it's like I'm thinking, well, you probably think it as well, but most Arsenal fans thinking if you're up against a left back or someone else's, or he's got another a centre back or a DM, trying to thwart him. It's like you think, you can take both of them, no problem. But it's the times where he retreats, or he'll look for Odegaard, or he'll look for Ben White, and I'm like, come on, man, is this what you've been instructed to do by a manager? Because I'm thinking, come on, just try something else. If it's not working, try something else. Because we know Bukayo Saka is good enough. He's a kind of player, right? That's good enough to wherever he receives the ball, he's good enough to take on 3 players and boom, it's in the net. Right? Yeah. David Rocastle used to do that on the right hand side. I know David Rocastle was right footed, and Bukayo Saka cuts in. He's left footed, but I'll tell you what, man. There's probably some Arsenal fans out there that have never seen clips of Dave Rocastle, younger fans. Yeah. I say, take a look at Dave Rocastle and see how he used to fight, how he used to assist, how he used to score, win every ball. That guy was an absolute warrior. That's why he'd always be in my all-time 11. You know what I mean? So it's things like that, and that frustrates me, because if you let Saka go, oh my gosh, defenses, because right now the left back's thinking, oh, he's not coming at me. Oh, thank God for that. Thank God for that. So I feel if you let him loose tomorrow, he's gonna unleash chaos and mayhem against Fulham. If Arteta lets him loose, and you know what I mean. And I just find if we're not, also I find at times we've not been as quick on the counter as we were last season. If we can get back some of last season, I'm not talking. I mean, with Champions League, I'm not talking down, because in Champions League we've been free flowing, but in the Premier League we're something else. So I think we can beat Fulham tomorrow, but I'm just worried about certain things, and it's not finishing. Creating chances has never really been an issue at the Arsenal, but it's that final third. That's what concerns me the most, and conceding the odd goal that could result in us, peppering Fulham but losing 1-0 in the process.
I do agree. Oh, sorry, I'm yawning, mate. Yeah, totally agree. Sorry, the naughty people in the chat box are trying to make me laugh. Tony's done a challenge team where he's used 5 classic Fulham players, mixed them with ours, which is amazing. And I've started it, so we'll come to that at the end. Obviously, not entering it into the challenge, but it's definitely worth a chat.
He hasn't got Steve Malbronk in that, has he?
He's got Ray Wilson, Bobby Moore, Johnny Haynes, George.
Way back.
Yeah,
way back.
He's trying to like coax me in with a Bobby Moore because he knows I'm going to have a soft spot for him. But Temi is also being extremely naughty by saying Arteta has to try something else, like deploying Cedric and El Neni. Honestly, I'll probably cancel the watch along if they were starting in the lineup. Both of them. I'm just not watching a game with them two. That's just awful. Do United even have a midfield? I have to be honest, this is an awful performance by United from what I'm watching. Carlisle midfield more weaker than Carry Bag. Man United midfield ghost. But it's ridiculous. I don't know if you managed to watch this, Brent, but jeez.
No.
Considering what they did against Villa, this is a bit like when we beat Chelsea in the women's and then we lost Tottenham. That's what it's like. It's like we beat Villa and then you go home and lose to Forest. Yeah, great. Jeez. All those United fans in our banter chat are gonna enjoy it later, I'm sure.
There's only a few minutes there.
Yeah, exactly. Let's wait and see. But yeah, they'll all go in hiding in a bit. Right, let's get into my 5 to watch.
Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening?
Now, unsurprisingly, it's mainly because of our set pieces, and we don't seem to be defending them very well. So I've obviously gone with both their centre backs. And to be fair, and I'm only going to say his first name because I cannot say his second name for Skidley Squat. So Tosin has been brilliant, absolute quality. Where did they get him from? Was it Chelsea from a youngster? Was it City? I can't remember what team they got him from now. But he's a quality defender. Hopefully Brenny's back now. Here's Brenny. Are you back now, mate? Oh, I'm hoping he is back.
I'm here.
Okay, cool. Calvin Bassey as well. So it's both centre backs. I think we just need to be careful because obviously their quality as well. They're young. They're very agile. So yeah, watch out for those. Anthony Robinson, I've always rated him. Obviously, I have a soft spot for any fullback, but Robinson, I think he's quality. Paulina, I don't know how long he'll be at Fulham, if I'm honest. There is a lot of talk that there might be Bayern Munich might come in for him again in January, but he's quality. You can see how good he is. You can kind of see why. I know I guarantee Arsenal are not looking at him, but we've been linked with him. You can see why, because he is absolute quality. And finally, I have to mention him because he's been sublime at Fulham. He was getting better at Everton as well because they took him off the left wing, putting him in midfield, and he's become a very good midfielder, to be fair. But what have you made of Iwobi since he's left us?
He's for me, from when I've seen him play for Everton. It's kind of the same as when he was at Arsenal for me personally. Had a few good performances, but for me, it's like he would give you, say, like for example, if you had, say, if you had 10, you give him 10 games, he'd probably perform for you in 5 or 6 of those.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Sorry, that was the alarm.
To be honest, I had to turn it down to making sure it wasn't my house.
No, it was mine. It was mine. It was okay though. It's all right.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
You know. So yeah, and but no, it was just with him. It was just he used to frustrate me in an Arsenal shirt because you'd think, oh gosh, you know, you can really, you know, push yourself to another level. Yeah, we had a few good games for us, but I thought he pushed himself a little bit further than say Reece Nelson did. Because I remember when Reece Nelson, when he was a youngster, I thought he's going to be better than Wobie. He's going to be the next best thing.
Mm.
And unfortunately, it hasn't happened. So,
No.
you know what I mean? But Iwobi, he's the kind of player that like when he was in Everton's colours, he'll want to be determined to put in a performance tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know, former players tend to do that. And former players tend to score against us, you know, like the other night.
Yeah, all I would say is, as well regarding Iwobi is it just shows when you can play someone consistently, they get better and better. It's amazing that. And just having a little nod at Arteta about this. If you keep playing some of the youngsters that have got talent, they will get better and better over time.
They will. They will. No, definitely. You know what I mean? And I don't think Iwobi's poor, but I just think with him, you know, he's a utility player. I think he'll do very well for Fulham, and also I don't think, you know, the pressure as well. There may have been pressure for him to perform at Everton coming from us, but I think now at Fulham he's had a few good games that I've seen him play.
Yeah,
I just think, you know, and I just think he can continue that. You know, you're playing for Fulham, no pressure, do what you got to do, and I think he'll be I think he's a good acquisition for him already.
Yeah, I think so as well. They fluked the Villa match. I don't know. Villa kind of did shoot themselves in the foot as well, if I'm honest, against United. City, pray Liverpool get Ignacio. No, I want Ignacio at Arsenal, so I hope you don't get him. Paulina, maybe Liverpool, but I'll be surprised. I think he'll go to Germany at this rate. My 5 to watch is Bobby Moore, George Best, Leno, Paulina, Iwobi. If only. Iwobi was brilliant at Everton too for me. Yeah, he was. Someone burning toast to the Iwobi alone.
Yeah.
Don't let Brady cook for you, is what Tony's saying. Arteta and youngsters don't go together. He will probably.
Oh, trust me, I can cook.
Yeah, I have no doubt Brady could cook, but he probably get his sort of if he does a pep as well. Yeah, that. Anyway, let's talk about our teams because there are 17 of them, so we need to crack through them as quick as we can because we're going to be here all night. Right, so we're going to start with yours, Brenny, who was also chosen by Karen. So you went with Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Sousa, Rice, Havertz, Odegaard, Saka, ESR, and Jesus. What was your reasoning behind some of those picks?
Okay, well, I want to start with Martinelli.
Yeah.
He's been poor the last few weeks.
Yep.
The only way performance can be improved is if he gets dropped.
Yeah.
Could be Smith Rowe, could be Trossard, it won't be Cody Dubin, it certainly won't be Sago Jr. You know, it basically when you do that, how many times have we seen it over the decades where players get dropped and then when they come off the bench, they make an impression to basically tell them, hey, you shouldn't have dropped me in the first place. We don't see that very often, you know, because I've been, as much as I love Martinelli, but I've been very disappointed with him in recent weeks. You know what I mean? And I just feel Smith Rowe deserves a chance. If Arteta was to pick Smith Rowe or even start Sousa, well, he's not a fan of youngsters anyway, but even if he did, I wouldn't moan at him regardless of the result. Because I like to see managers, whoever they are at Arsenal, try something different. And I even from when I was a child, I cannot ever remember moaning at a manager for trying something different when things are not working. I've always been up for that, you know. I've always been an advocate of that. So that's why I thought Smith Rowe deserves a chance. Jesus, I know there's been a lot of talk about him recently. you know, with regards to him not being the number 9 and everything else, and there's other things he could do. But I find that with Jesus, he shines when he's shone a lot actually when Kai Havertz is in the team.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what I mean? They strike a really good understanding. You know.
Yeah.
They really do, especially when even though Havertz may be playing a 10 tomorrow, he'll be back in the starting lineup, I'm sure. If he's playing as a 10 tomorrow, there's times where you see him, it's like he could do things in the smudger role, as we're calling it, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? And then also with Lino Sousa as well, from watching him the last couple of seasons in the under-21s, FA Youth Cup, where for me, he doesn't have as much experience. He doesn't have a lot of experience compared to, say, Zinchenko, but there's a difference. Lino Sousa is a left back and can play as a left back.
Yes.
Zinchenko is not a left back.
Correct.
You see, he's not a left back, and if Fulham were to see him line up, you know, Bobby Decova Reed would be thinking, "Oh my gosh, what's going on here?" I was expected to have a run around against Zinchenko because I know he inverts, and you know, and the manager's told us that, you know, to be aware that he will invert. So this would be another thing. So it's nice to keep the opposition guessing, you know, and that's why I've gone with that. And because the left hand side, I mean, hey, the whole world saw it. I mean, even Hawaiians who probably watched the Arsenal West Ham game saw that left hand side. That West Ham were targeting that left hand side.
100%.
You know what I mean? So that's why I've basically gone with that. And if we just do what we did the other night and keep creating those chances, and unleash the beast that's within Saka, I think we can win this game quite comfortably.
Yeah, yeah. Look, I totally agree with what you said about Lino. Lino is actually a defender. Yes, he's been trained to do the inverted as well, so he can still do what Arteta wishes. But
as long as he can defend,
exactly, and that's the thing. He is an actual left back. I'm not convinced Zinchenko is an actual left back. I think he's just been playing there. I don't think he's an actual left back, if I'm honest, because I just don't see it.
He's a centre mid for me.
Yeah,
he's a centre mid.
Even when he's been playing, when he had chances in the game against West Ham in midfield, I didn't think he was good enough. I have to be honest, and I'm questioning that as well now. And to be honest, no one's put Zinchenko in midfield this week. Loads of people did West Ham game. But anyway, Brenny, what are you going to give your own team as a rating?
I'm going to give my own team. I'm going to give it an 8.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. I quite like the Smith Rowe. Look, and you know this about me. I can have my favourite players, but I can criticise them as well.
Likewise,
has sucked.
Has
sucked the past few games, and that's what being a football fan for me is about. Criticise them, even if your favourite players. I'm not going to protect them. You know, I would drop Martinelli as well. I personally wouldn't put Trossard there. I would give Smith Rowe a go because I think that's probably his strongest position. So I quite like it. So I'll agree with that.
And just to add, before we go on to the other teams quickly, just to add as well, some people have short memories as well because regardless of injuries or injuries he's had, Smith Rowe 2 seasons ago, oh my gosh, come on, he was one of our best players. So we know what he's about. We know what he can do. You know what I mean? So I have no qualms about putting Smith Rowe in.
No, I don't either.
You know what I mean?
Tony's saying here, Brenny Odegaard hasn't been great, but wasn't dropped. We all know Arteta has his favourites. We all know this. I don't think Martinelli is his favourite. So I think if he does drop out of form, I do think he would be dropped. But Odegaard is another story. That's
you see, and this is the thing. I mean, I get that, Tony, and totally. But with Odegaard, he hasn't been this season. But I saw flashes on Thursday night for Odegaard, for me, I thought was one of our better players.
Yeah, he was.
Best of a bad bunch.
Yeah.
And for me, I just want him to continue from that. We lost the game, but I want him to continue from that. With some of the things he showed, I was happy with, but he's got to continue from there. He's the captain. He's got to lead by example tomorrow. We need a big performance from him as well as the rest of the team.
100%, mate. 100%. ESR and Cassia and Nelson haven't been great, but seem to get a pass because of the Haaland. Sell them; they're not our future. That's not the actual reason. But look, we're going to try and make as many movements as we can for January. Would I put money on all those three being here at the end of January? No, I wouldn't. But you just never know. Obviously, we can have our plans, but if someone wants to scupper those plans by not actually buying our players, then we then struggle to buy anyone ourselves. It's a low bar, but I thought Odegaard was one of our better players. As we said, I think 100%. Odegaard was the best player on the game in West Ham. I think he got a 7 or an 8. It wasn't a high rating, but he was definitely one of the best players of the bad bunch. General question: can the Fulham versus Arsenal clash be labelled a derby? I asked, as London is unique and it has quite a few professional clubs. Yeah, we've got like a London league, haven't we? Really, there's like so many London clubs, and there used to be a London league many years ago. It used to be a London league. That's
right.
He was last game, Luke, but what about the game he's got? We talked about this last night as well with Canners. There are games where he goes missing, which is why, for some people, I can't accept the world-class talk, because world-class players don't go missing.
No, they don't. They don't.
You look at Messi at Inter Miami. Now, Inter Miami are a pretty poor team, if I'm honest. But Messi turns up every single game, no matter what, and he's getting paid. He's actually getting paid less than all our players. Havertz, Odegaard. Messi's being paid less than them at the moment in America. Just shows what other money he must be getting from commercials and stuff like that. City has reached his peak, so what you see is all you're going to get for me. To be honest, I said it to Canos last night. If someone came in with a bid for Zinchenko, I'd probably accept it. Just get him out. No, I'm not. I don't. It's not like I don't like the player. I just don't see how he fits in. I'll be honest. I just don't see how he fits in. If play Zinchenko in defence, that's like relying on him to defend your banking pin number suicide money gun. Very good, Chris. Yes, Forest have won. Yeah, I was trying not to talk about it until I got through the teams a bit. But thank you, Temi. Brenny, you just said it 2 years ago. I've never rated Martinelli that highly without his pace. I don't think he's at Arsenal. He has a low football IQ. I don't think he's football IQ. This is why I call him the dirty winger. When you're dirty, it means you just don't know what he's going to do, and I don't think even he knows what he's going to do sometimes, which makes him very exciting.
You know what, Luke? Sorry, just to say, Luke, I hear you, brother, but you know what it is? You give him a Dennis Bergkamp brain, he'd be the best winger in the world.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
Oh,
lucky. Yeah, and Tony Philbook's right there. South East Counties League, it was called.
Yeah.
It still exists, but it's loads of other teams now. But yeah, that's kind of what all the London teams used to be part of. Messi went missing in Barca, PSG. Neymar rescued them.
I don't know about that. No, I can't see that. He was still at the peak of his powers when Neymar signed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was still tearing it up. During that time when Neymar, I think, signed for them, if I'm not mistaken, I am sure that Canners, Gunnar Lex, and their brother went to, and they told me about this, they went to a Barcelona Espanyol game at that time. And Messi was just different levels. He was levels, you know what I mean? At that time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't agree with that.
No, I'm. Everyone knows I've got Messi on my Argentina shirt because he is, for me, the best player I've got to see in the last 10 years easily. Before that, it's obviously Bergkamp, but Messi's been the best one the last decade. because he's been phenomenal to watch. I just absolutely love him. He's such a nice bloke as well, and that's the other part about him. Unlike the other dude that everyone talks about, can't stand that guy. Arsenal actually in London, unlike Wrexham versus Newport, is a derby, even though Wrexham is closer to Merseyside than Wales, 4 hours from Wales. It's mad.
It's true.
Dodgy refereeing. Messi or Neymar choice? Let me think. Oh, it's Messi every day, mate. Messi and Neymar are presidents of their own fan clubs anyway. Egos stink. I don't like Neymar. I never will like Neymar. I love Messi, but if you're asking me to choose between Bergkamp and Messi, it's Bergkamp every day, single day. Sorry, I don't know. Bergkamp. What? But yeah, for me, every day it's Bergkamp.
Dennis Bergkamp was something else.
Yeah, something else. But yeah. Anyway, we digress once again, as we always do on the Armory. Maybe we should change the channel name, Digress TV. We what we're talking about. Right, let's move on to AO Florence and Jonas's team. They've gone for Ramsdale, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Kivior, Rice, Havertz, Odegaard, Saka, Trossard, and Nketiah. Now it's just ratings, Bren.
7. Solid 7.
Excellent.
I get the Kivior at left back. I understand totally.
Yeah, exactly. We will see a lot of Kivior at left back tonight. John. Now, John. John. Right, this is a 3 at the back. I quite like it though. This is the annoying thing. I actually quite like it. Right, so Ramsdale, Saliba, Gabriel, Kivior is the back 3. Jorginho, Rice, Saka on the right, Martinelli on the left, Odegaard as the number 10, and then Havertz and Nketiah up front. I actually quite like it. It's annoying how much I like it. But what are you going to give this one for John?
You know what? If certain players were at their top form, I would have given this an 8. But I'm giving it a 7, and I like it because for me, Kivior is centre back.
Yes,
and I like that. I do like that, and then and you play wing backs as well. Yeah, solid 7.
Thank you very much. Right, let's move on to Andrew, Takahiro, and Liam. Obviously, there are some strange decisions, but again, I like this one again. They've gone for Raya, White, Saliba, Kivior, Gabriel's left back, Jorginho, Rice, Odegaard, Saka, Jesus, and Nketiah. What I will say about Gabriel, for anyone that watched him at Lille, very, very competent and very comfortable at left back. Gabriel.
Oh, really? I've never ever seen him at left back.
Yeah, he played there quite a lot at Lille.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm giving him a pass on that because, to be fair, yes, he can do it.
Yeah.
But it's up to you. Obviously, it's your knowledge and it's your rating, mate. But I'm just letting you know, Gabriel can play left back very comfortably.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, if that's the case, he never will play left back for us.
No, he definitely for Arsenal there. But...
Bless. Yeah. I'll go for this. I'll go with 7 as well.
7. Brilliant stuff. Thank you, mate. Right, let's move on to Jordan, TJ, the Aussie Gooner, and Akpos. Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Cini, Rice, Havertz, Odegaard, Saka, Trossard, and Jesus.
You know what this is, right? It's strong. I get why Zinchenko's in there for the experience and whatnot. And it's a case of what Zinchenko is going to turn up.
Yeah.
But also, I think Akpos and the Aussie Gooner, they must have spoke on a channel backstage and said, "Listen, right, we're going to put the same team on, right? Yeah, we can do that. Of course, no problem. Yeah, I know because I know they're brothers, man. But geez, same lineup. What's going on here?
Oh, mate, you haven't seen Mosses yet. You haven't seen Mosses yet.
Yeah, for me, just do a form as well. I'm going, and the opposition. I'm going with 7.
No, that's fine, mate. Right, let's move on to Mohammed, Tristan, and the silver one. They've gone for Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Zinchenko, Rice, Havertz, Odegaard, Saka, Smith Rowe, and Nketiah.
Oh, that's a 7 for me.
Yep. Excellent
7.
stuff. All right, let's move on to James H and G Talks. Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Kivior, Rice, Havertz, Odegaard, Saka, Jesus, and Martinelli. And it is Martinelli up front. Jesus is on the left.
Okay. I'm gonna give this one an 8 because the Kivior at left back, he will be a left back, and the Christmas decoration Reed will probably have more problems with Kirill than he would with Zinchenko.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And I think it's nice because with Saka, it looks like he's going to be on the right, even though in a situation like this, I'll probably have him on the left because Jesus, he for me, we're up against, the American guy, what's his name? The left back. Oh, because I know Saka's going to have. Yeah, Robertson. I know they've had a battle. They've had battles before, and I think Jesus would pull this guy apart because he's just something else on that ring. So for me, even though it looks like Saka's on the right for this one, I'd rather have Jesus on the left. And Martinelli, if you thread him some balls through the middle, he could just use his pace.
Yeah, exactly.
Use his pace and do an Henri. Theo Walcott also used to do it. So and I like the look at that, and because of that, I'm going to give it an 8.
All right, brilliant stuff. Martinelli, sometimes when you put him through with a through ball, sometimes he runs like a chicken that's had his head chopped off. Yeah, he just continues running. Doesn't know what he's doing, but he'll just keep running. And that's what Martinelli was like sometimes. But that's why I like him. You just don't know what he's going to do, but I also don't think he knows what he's going to do, and it still excites me. That's the type of player
this is the thing, exactly. And to be honest, if we was playing 4-4-2, I think Martinelli, Jesus, I think they would shine in a 4-4-2.
Yeah,
because of that, you know. But if you're going to play a 4-4-2, for me, Havertz has to be one of them two spaces.
Yeah, I agree, mate. Right, let's move on to which one did we just do? We just done James H, didn't we? So Nicholas, Matt, and Patrick. They have gone with Raya, Waters, Saliba, Gabriel, Kivior, Rice, ESR, Odegaard, Jesus, Saka, and Nketiah.
For me, so you got Rice, Smith Rowe, Odegaard. So, I don't think Smith Rowe would be as effective as a number 8. I think he'd be more number 10.
Yeah.
Odegaard number 8. You know, and because it looks like here it'd probably be the Smith Rowe be the 8. You know what I mean? It looks like Jesus on the right. I'd go with that. Be happy with that. Saka on the left.
Mm-hmm.
Can ping in balls to Eddie Nketiah, and at times. Okay, see, this is where, because if that was Havertz there, then with Saka on his left peg, putting in balls for Havertz to head, chest, hold up, you know what I mean, into the box. But I'm going to give this a solid 7 as well, and for me, Raw Waters, I've been a fan of his, and I wouldn't have any problems whatsoever seeing him at right back.
Yeah, I agree. Right, I'm just going to go back to the comments because I know that they're building up, and I know that there was quite there's a couple of funny ones as always. Cole, I'm sorry, mate. Yeah, I know you've come in here, and sorry, mate. Messi always went missing in that 8-2 defeat to Bayern. Temi does think Messi is a GOAT. I'd swap Kivior inside and Gabriel left back. Yeah, I'd agree. Watering, I thought you said watering for some reason. Watching the darts and you guys at the same time. Thank you very much.
I think a lot of people went missing when Barcelona lost heavily at Bayern. It weren't just him. I think quite a number of people went missing in those games. Yeah. I remember watching those games, and you know.
Brenny, I'm German. Can you give my team and 0, but in German? I know what you're trying to do. Unfortunately, Tony, I know enough German to know exactly what that is. Good try, though. Saka's goal have dropped. Martinelli's goals have dropped. Odegaard's goals have dropped. With 10 points worse off. Maybe we should be looking at Arteta more. Not yet.
No.
Not everything's
But-
rosy. Not everyone's happy with Arteta behind the scenes. You know, the strategy's going to have to change for transfers and stuff.
I just want him. I just want him to change things, just to change things a bit. I just want him to do what Wenger did. You know, like with Saka and Martinelli. If he starts both of them tomorrow, just switch them every 15 minutes. Just switch flanks. You know what I mean? Let's just confuse the opposition. For example,
I feel he's too stubborn with the formation. Like,
yeah,
it's down the left, Martinelli. Well, that's where I think having Trossard and Martinelli in the same team doesn't help because
it doesn't. It doesn't.
They both play on that side.
Yeah,
one of them's going to be tempted, and they end up both being on there, and it's just stupid. It just doesn't look
100%. Exactly.
So, yeah.
Try something different.
Domino's Pizza. Somebody take Man United out of their dome. Our fan base are in love with Arteta. It feels like sometimes
it does.
FC.
And this is the thing, and I find with me personally, I find with some fans, like regardless whether if we draw a game, we lose a game, or whatever, it's a case of you've got fans that will have a go at Arteta. And, you know, they're not quite rightly so. If he needs to be criticised, and so be it. And then you've got fans who, for me personally, I've seen it over the years where they know, okay, Arteta's made a bit of a mistake here, but they'll defend him and defend him. And I see it a lot. And I'm like, no, man, just call it as it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can still love Arteta. I've said this, Bobby, you've said this as well.
Yeah.
You can still love him all you want. But if he's made the wrong substitutions, you can be big about it and say. It doesn't mean you hate him or you dislike him.
No.
You can bring yourself to say, you know what, I love the man, but nah, man, I'll tell you got it wrong, man. You got it wrong today.
Yeah, and I'm sure, and I probably will have disagreed with George Graham a few times back.
Yeah, me too. I was angry with things that Yeah.
It's just one of those things, and it doesn't mean I don't like George Graham. On a funny note, because obviously we're talking about George Graham and him being friends with my mum's hairdresser. Now, I spoke to my brother this in the last week, and this is I'm not even joking about this. Emil Smith Rose auntie is now my mum's hairdresser.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
I'm like, I said to my brother, how?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm like, jeez, honestly, it's mental.
On my face.
So mad.
That's incredible.
It's mad, isn't it? Absolutely crazy. Madness. I know the feeling when fans love a manager, our fans are up. Yeah, exactly. Backside, I'm bloody. Exactly. Yeah. You're allowed to criticise whoever you want. I will criticise my favourite player. And I guarantee Bergkamp's had a couple of bad games, and I probably went, "What the heck was that?" You know, it doesn't mean you don't love them anymore. It's just
exactly.
Like, it's a bit like your child. You know, you child make a mistake. You could be angry for that moment.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. No, that's a really good analogy to use. I you know what I mean?
Yeah. Steve Bowles, my. Honestly, I don't know how my mum does it. Honestly, it's absolutely mental. Because my niece was telling me, she was really proud of it because she's 13, 14. She's a big follower of the Arsenal women. When she came up here, bless her, she was wearing the Arsenal away shirt for the women, and she wanted to go to Jack Hayward's statue, which is the other side of the Molineux, to have a photo whilst kissing the Arsenal patch. I was like, love you. Like, so class. But yeah, she's met all the Arsenal women's team. She's coming up here for the Aston Villa away game because they play at Walsall, which is not far from here. But yeah, she goes to every Arsenal women's game, bless her. She's absolutely loving it. She wants to be a sports journalist. That's where she wants to go eventually. So I hope she
bless.
She might be tuning in. I know she does secretly watch me anyway. He was praising the players, but why then? Oh, hang on. So I can't just moved at the wrong time. We have to improve in box or we won't win the league.
Yeah.
See, I said to Canners last night, what concerned me about before the West Ham game was the fact that the team that won in training had Cole Hine in goal, that concerned me. I had to be honest. I was like, what's happening with other people shooting? Because if Cole Hine is on the winning team, that concerns me. It really does. No offense to Cole, but his quality is a big drop from Ramsdale and Ray, if I'm honest. Get this. How about we sign a quality left back in January? You know what? We could just bring Tierney back.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Just bring Tierney back. We've got one.
There you go.
But we moved him away because we don't need the left back, but we actually do.
You see, and I criticised Arteta and them management for Tierney going, because I wasn't like, manager knows what he's doing. Yeah. No, it was the wrong move.
It was.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I know it hasn't worked out for Tierney out there because it's not been going very well. You still pick up the injuries and still that kind of stuff.
Yeah, of course.
Sorry for him, but we had a left back and we moved him out.
Yeah,
So
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
And I know that Temmy's saying here, move Zinni to midfield. I'll be honest. When I've seen him in midfield, he looks too weak. There's a lot of strong midfields out there. I think think about it logically. Obviously, we think about how good he is at Ukraine. Yeah, he is fantastic at Ukraine. I'm not taking that away from him. But international football is a very different way of playing than it is in Premier League. It's not in international football. It isn't the battle of the midfields. It's a battle of the quality with international. It's a different. Maybe we've all got it wrong. That maybe Zinni, it's just not a good player. Not good enough for us at the moment. Move Havertz up front. I don't think Havertz is that type of player to run into the 6-yard box either. I will say this, and I do love him to bits, but he is a bit lazy. He's not someone that's going, I'm just going to run, but I might miss the ball. He's a case of, will I get the ball? No, I'm not going to run then. But for me, no matter if you're going to miss it or not, just take the punt. Just go for it. Even if you miss it by a whisker, like a Gascoigne. You remember those Gascoigne misses? Oh, there's desperate misses from Gascoigne when crosses came in. He's missed it by just a little bit. Carlisle fans very angry with me for saying no excuses. Simo is getting back now. If transfer window is rubbish and results don't improve, the owners will sack him. Owners want results from right. So 100%, mate. That's what I said. Yeah, you need to wait for your window because obviously no one can sign anybody yet. If Carlisle have a good window, but your results don't pick up, then obviously Simo has to be sacked. The Kroenkes are upset. Maybe it's with Arteta too. The KSC have been upset with the last 2 windows with certain players that have come in and haven't actually pushed Arsenal forward, which is why I said our strategy has now changed. So I'm more optimistic now. But things have been going a little bit Pete Tong, if I'm honest. In the end, Wenger thought he was bigger than the club. Yeah. At the end of the day, he's just the manager. There are many people above him that can sack him anytime they want. But just remember, he's just the manager. That's all he is. We missed him against West Ham. Strange how our fan base would also say, mate, I desperately missed it. Honestly, I don't think we would have lost that game if Havertz was part of the squad, because he would have come on and changed that game.
Yeah, he would have. We missed his physicality as well. Yeah,
100%. Right, let's move on to the next lot because we're only halfway through, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Right, the next lineup is Tim, Anthony, and Gumza. They were Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Zinni, Rice, ESR, Odegaard, Saka, Jesus, and Havertz. What are we giving that as a rating, mate?
Like this with Havertz up front. Solid 7.
7, awesome. Zayna, Carlos, and Brezzi, they've gone with Ramsdale, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Kivior, Rice, Havertz, Odegaard, Saka, Jesus, and Nketiah.
That's a 7 as well.
7. I feel like you're Len Goodman at the moment. 7. Right. People that won't understand that, but I know what I'm on about. I do yeah, exactly. 7. Ben, Stewart, and Barry. I don't know why. I need more sleep, mate. Right, Raya, Walters, Saliba, Gabriel, Kivior, Jorginho, Rice, Odegaard, Jesus, Martinelli, and Ketia. What we're going to give this as a rating?
I'm giving that a 7 as well.
Excellent stuff. Tom and DWTT, otherwise known as Gary, have gone with Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Kivior, Rice, Havertz, Odegaard, Saka, Jesus, and Trossard up front.
That for me, 7 as well.
7.
Trossard's forms are very patchy.
Yeah. Like I said to Ganners, if a good offer came in for him, I'd probably accept it. It's not me having a big meltdown. It's just there's certain players, and for the players that I know we're looking at, I'd sell anybody right now just to get some of these players in that we're looking at.
Yeah, of course. So,
yeah.
Well, yeah, you're looking at the bigger picture.
Exactly. That's that. There's no sentiment, is there, in football? And that's how we got. I want to win trophies. I want to win trophies.
100%.
Jack, Mehmet, Romain, and Canners went for this run. Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Kivior, Rice, Havertz, Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli, and Jesus. So for me, that's enough change. Like Havertz, come in, Kivior. I know it's very much the same team, but it's enough change that might be enough.
Yeah, I think because Kivior left back, like I said, I'll get that already, and you never know if he was to play left back tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised if he had a really good game. The midfield three does work. Those three, it does work. We did miss Havertz, and sorry, but there'll be those that will probably not admit that we missed. We didn't miss Havertz. Yeah, yes, we did.
Correct. Yeah,
you know what I mean. He for me, he's been improving. So but surely, because I'll tell you what, even regardless of what happens at the end of the season, next season's Kai Havertz, oh my god, I think he's going to be something else. So for me, Saka, Martinelli, Jesus. If you see, the thing is, right, I would normally give this lineup an 8, but what concerns me, it's not even so much Jesus, because I've already spoke about the link up he's had with Havertz this season. Kai Saka, I just want him to be unleashed. I just want Arteta to unleash him. But then it's Martinelli's form that concerns me, and that's why I'm going to have to give this team a 7.
No, it's fine, mate.
So yeah,
there's nothing wrong with it. I told you, no one's wrong. It's your opinion, mate. But I'll agree with you as well. I think Martinelli does need to drop. Albert and Ryan have gone with this team: Ramsdale, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Kivior, Rice, Smith Rowe, Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli, and Trossard.
Oh, that's a 7.
That's a 7. Okay. Only got 3 more now. Richard, Sam, and Kelly have gone with Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Zinni, Rice, Havertz, Odegaard, Saka, Trossard, and Ketia.
That's for me. That's 7 as well.
7. Right, so let's get ready for the next one, because this is going to surprise. Well, you've seen it because it's been in the group WhatsApp. We go to Luke's. Ramsdale, Walters, Saliba, Gabriel, Sousa, Koji Dubry, Rice, Odegaard, Saka on the left, Havertz, and Ketia. This is a 4-4-2, people, just so everyone's fully aware of trying to understand this formation. It's a 4-4-2. I like it, to be fair. I'd be well happy if this came out tomorrow.
So do I. So do I. I mean, you know what? Nah. I mean, for me, I'm giving this a solid 7, and for me, it's that element of surprise because Fulham would be like, they'll look at that, see that lineup. If it was going to happen, they'd be like, what?
Yeah,
they wouldn't be expecting it. So that element of surprise, it'd be lovely. So yeah, solid 7. But I like it.
Right, and the final one. jeez. Moss, I love you, but seriously, Moss has got, and there's no reason why I put Arteta there. Well, there is actually. To be fair, this is probably the lineup we'll have. Moss, Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Sinchenko, Rice, Havertz, Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli, Jesus. I would put money on this formation tomorrow and this setup.
Yeah, I agree. I to be honest, I'm going based on form, opposition, everything else. I'm going with 7, but I personally think that would be the lineup tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I won't be happy. I'll be honest if I see that tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I'll still support Arsenal. That's not the type of person I am. I don't.
Well, yeah, exactly.
I just would be happy, because I just think he is way too stubborn. It does annoy me. Right, let's have a look. My worry is Paulina will run the midfield. To be honest, I think Paulina tomorrow is probably going to put a 9 out of 10 performance due to the fact he's trying to push for a move. So yeah, I'm going to expect a very good performance from him tomorrow, if I'm honest. But these Carlisle fans live in the past saying he needs statue for promotion exceptions, saying we would support him if we non-league. No, you wouldn't. That's nonsense, 100%. Luton have scored more Premier League goals than Man United. Thank you, Chris, for the entertainment.
Oh my gosh.
4-4-2, aka Mike Bassett. Brilliant. Highly recommend it.
I was watching that 2 months ago. I love that movie. Love it.
Love it. Well done, Luke. Love it. Mate, you made
so funny.
Me and Brenny smile, mate. So can't play youngsters against Fulham in a title race. -10 says Tony. If we're looking to surprise Fulham, let's put Bergkamp and Henry in the team. Well, we could put Bergkamp's on. We could go and quickly sign him from Bromley.
Yeah, I think he'd do well. I think he'd do well.
Sadly, he's not doing very well at Bromley at the moment, but I do keep an eye on him because obviously it's Bergkamp. I'd get way too excited if we were just to sign him from nowhere. Bobby rant when he sees. Oh, mate, yeah, there will be, mate. I promise. It's my lineup based on how I like to watch football, mate. There is Luke. I guarantee you. Me and Brenny are fully supportive behind your formation, mate.
Oh gosh, yeah.
So there's no issues with it at all. But yeah, thank you, Luke, for it, mate. Right, Brenny, you know what time it is, mate. It's the chat.
Yeah, it's 5 past.
Right, for people that don't know, 5 from Fulham, 6 from the Arsenal. You have to have the home formation, which is Fulham. So it's a 4-2-3-1 formation. And just to get you a little bit excited for future challenges, next week is a Liverpool Retro Challenge. And in February, I have bowed down to the pressure. 1989 game will be done in the Premier League game. So we will be doing a 1989 challenge as well in February. I have seen it. I'm old enough to have seen it. So I can definitely judge that game. But that's probably as far back as I can go, to be fair. I don't think anything further. I might be struggling a little bit with my memory. But yes, we will be doing 1989 in February. But next week is a game I have already chosen. The lineups have already been done. I haven't told anybody who it is yet. So yeah, next week will be an interesting one. Brenny, I will definitely make sure to get you on for the 1989 one. Canna's already.
Oh, that'd be a good one.
Yeah, Canna's wants to do it as well, so it's going to be fun, that one. Right, we're going to start with the Fulham team, so it's probably the easiest way of doing this. So who's your first Fulham player?
It's got to be a player that I've been impressed with last year or two. It's got to be Robinson at left back.
Yeah. This takes a while to find because there's so many Robinsons.
Anthony.
Right, next player, please, mate.
Right. Do. Just thinking of all the Fulham players. Go with Kenny Tete, right back. Or Kenny Tete.
Okay. Next player for Fulham, please.
Okay. Go with Leno. I like still a fan of Leno.
Yes, so am I. Your next one, please.
So Calvin Bassey.
Yep. As one of the centre backs.
Yep.
Okay. And then your final Fulham player, please, mate.
Okay. Yeah, we've go Pereira behind the striker.
Yep. Okay. Should be able to find him. There he is. Right. Okay. So then we're going to put the Arsenal players in. What centre back do you want to put alongside Bassey?
Mr. Saliba.
Okay. Right. Your two holding midfielders. Who do you want those to be?
One's Declan Rice.
Yep.
And I'll also put Odegaard there as well, like a number 8.
Yep. No worries. Okay. So Saka on the right.
Yes, please.
Who up front? Jesus.
Jesus. Yep. Jesus. And Martinelli on the left, please.
Okay. All right. So this is Brenny's challenge team. We've got Leno in goal, Tete, right back, Saliba, Bassey, Robinson, Rice, Odegaard, Saka, Andres Pereira, Martinelli, and Jesus. Oh dear, sorry, mate. Sorry.
Who's that with?
Tete.
You're joking.
I can't stand him.
And I should have known. He's a right back, isn't he? Jeez.
Yeah, I am very harsh on right backs, mate. I'm sorry.
Oh God. You haven't been recently. That's why I put him in. Jeez.
You just never know, mate. You just never know.
Oh my God.
Other than that, it was a good team. But yeah, you could probably put like Paulina in, and you probably got away with it. But yeah, I just can't stand the dude. I really can't. He makes how I look at it is if I'm watching a game, and I watch a lot of games other than Arsenal. If I start panicking watching him defend, then he's a bad player. And every time I see Tete play, I go, oh geez, what's he gonna do? That's how I rate it. It's like, do I have a panic attack or not? Right. So we're gonna have to choose between Shahid and Eleanor. Right. So it's very different, actually. I have to be honest. This is going to be not that easy. So I will want to get your opinions on this as well, Bren. So Shahid has gone White, toss him because I don't know how to say his surname. Bassey, Robinson, Paulina, Rice, Saka, Odegaard, Iwobi on the left, and Jesus. Now I would give that probably an 8 because I think that's pretty good. What would you say?
Give it a 6, man, so I can allow the autofill and I'll still win. No, it's a really good lineup. Yeah, I'd go with you with that as well, to be honest.
Yeah, all right. Now, Eleanor. I don't know what Eleanor was thinking, if I'm honest. But anyway, we'll go into Eleanor's. Right, so she's gone with Leno, Castagna, Saliba, Gabriel Robinson. Defence, goalkeeper, no problem. Paulina, no problem. Harrison Reed, underrated defensive midfielder, in my opinion. But then it goes a little bit crazy. Saka, Martinelli, absolutely no issues again. But Havertz and Trossard. I don't know if those two would work together. But do you think they could?
I think for me, I'll probably be the other way around. I'd have Havertz up front and Trossard behind him. I think that could work.
I just think they'd both get in each other's way, personally, like that. I'm going to have to give it Eleanor a 7 just because of that detail, the Havertz and the Trossard situation. I just don't think that's good enough up front. I personally think she fancies Trossard because she kept saying Trossard. She said Trossard about 4 times to me. I was like, yeah, I know. I've got him too, don't worry. But yeah, I think she fancied him. But anyway, but yeah, well done to Eleanor and Shahid. Very good. Right, so let's get into the comments. Then we'll get on to predictions and also rating the other teams that were given as well. Chris has taken part in the challenge as well, so we've got to get Chris involved in the challenge. I think we're definitely not as good as last season, Tony. We're not. We're not playing anywhere near as good as we were last season. So Bruni is Leno better than Raya. See, this is the thing with the challenge. You have to try and work out who you want from the Arsenal. So by that fault, you have to get some Fulham players in somewhere. So it's not saying Leno is Raya. It's trying to.
I'm thinking more the outfield players. Definitely.
Yeah. There is a certain way of playing the game. You can win it every single time, but no one's worked it out yet. Brenny also foul. Yeah, sorry, Bren. I love you, mate. But I'm very harsh on right backs. Tell me, we've got 64 formations according to Arteta. It makes me feel sick, to be honest, sometimes watching Arsenal play. Brenny exposed like Flapsdale on rough nights. Brenny, I was going to give you a 10. It's a shame. 400 formations. I'd sell Trossard back to Brighton. I thought your name was Bobby. All right, Trossard loves scoring against my second team. Liverpool, so hate him for that. Right, let's get into the rating of everyone else's teams. So we're going to have Tony's first. So his team was Ramsdale, Walters, Saliba, Gabriel, Kivior, Jorginho, Rice, Havertz, Saka, Jesus, Martinelli. What are you going to give Tony Fulbrook's team, mate?
Rice, Havertz. For me, 7.
7. You do realise I'm going to start calling you Len Goodman at this rate.
Yeah.
Temi is going with Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Kivior, Havertz, Rice, Odegaard, Nelson, Martinelli. Okay, I would have loved you then if you'd actually probably Martinelli for Nelson, because but yeah, dropping Saka. I know he's been bad, but I think he's better than Martinelli in my opinion. What were you going to give Temi's team?
That's a 6.
That's a 6. Okay, mate. Yeah. Okay, right. The challenge team for Tony. Ray Wilson, Bobby Moore, Saliba, Gabriel, Johnny Haynes. If I did that kind of thing, honestly, that'd be a very good team. I have to be honest, but as you know, it's not part of the rules, so I can't do it. But Chris has taken part in the actual challenge, so he's gone with Leno, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Robinson. Very good. Oh, okay, yeah. Chris would have won. To be fair, that's pretty quality.
It is.
I think a lot of people underrate Pierre. I don't know why. Just because he didn't do well at United, but he did go on to do great stuff once he left United. Funny trend there happening. But yeah, and Jimenez, to be fair, he's working I know he's not scoring loads of goals, but he's working in the system that they play. So yeah. Well done, Chris, mate, because that was really good. He loves the 7. Yeah, he does. Please stop Len scoring mine. Bring back G-Talks. G-Talks will be back at some point. He's had a very busy festive period. So, yeah. Hopefully, we'll all be back very soon because obviously we're missing a few co-hosts at the moment. But yes. Right, Brenny, prediction for tomorrow. What do you reckon? Guys in the comments, please get your predictions in as well, please.
Well, yesterday I was talking about it to a fellow West Ham fan you've seen on the channel, and I said 2-2, but looking at it now, I'm like, you know what? It's going to be 2-1. It's going to be a very tough game. We're going to make it tough. I'll say 2-1, the Arsenal.
Okay. Now, on the channel or in the chat? On the channel.
What's that?
The guy you were talking to yesterday. Was that?
No, Tabs. we were just,
I had a feeling.
yeah,
He was loving
we were
coming
just
into the chat yesterday.
Yeah, I know. I was. Yeah, we were there. We were there having. We were on a break, and so he was tuned in, and I'm like, yeah. So he put his 2 pence in, bless him. So I said to him, it'd probably be a draw for Sunday, but I'm thinking it now. Thinking now, well, I think we can sneak a win.
Yeah. Temmie's going with the Fulham 18. I'm writing it down, Temmie. I don't know why I'm writing it down, honestly, but I am. That's how much I trust all your comments. I'm writing it. Why am I writing it down? Temmie's going for 2-0 to the Fulham. I see what's happening here, people. Brenny not as bad as Ty from AFTV. Whenever they lose, everyone gets a 5.
Oh gosh, no.
I'll be honest. When we did lose, and we lost against West Ham, we still gave some 7s to some people because that's the way we look at it. Some people did get frees. You have to be honest, and you have to go. Okay, that player was good. That player was rubbish. So we give him a bad point. Not everyone gets a 5. That's ridiculous. Arteta's Arsenal will lose 3-0. Right, Luke. What I'm going to do here, mate, for you, I'm going to put 3-0 to Fulham, but I'm also going to put 4-1 to the Arsenal. You never know. My alternative team would win 4-0, though. Okay. I love you, Terry. You always make me laugh. Chris, I don't know if we're syncing up or something, mate, but that's literally what I was thinking. Arsenal will win 3-0. I do think this will be, it's going to be a bounce. I'm hoping it's a bounce back performance. Like we just go, yes, our Arsenal's back. That's what I'm hoping. I don't know if it will happen, though. I'll be honest. Maybe don't listen to me for predictions, though. As I said, you did, and so did I. I went for the same prediction as you did for the West Ham game. But I did say in the group WhatsApp a couple of days beforehand that West Ham do like to beat us more away than they do at home. And then someone came back, they haven't beaten us since 2015 or something. And I was like, that really mean much to me. My other prediction, 3-0, Raya. Oh, jeez. Bren, it's been an honour, as always, mate. Where can
thank you,
my friend?
Hey, everybody. Yeah, you can find me on Instagram, you can find me on X, and you can find me here on the Armory TV. Please like, share, and subscribe.
Thank you very much, mate. I will be back tomorrow, as you all know, that I will be back with the watch along. Don't know why I do it. But I do the watch along. So I'll be back at 2:00 tomorrow. I'll also be here for the instant match reaction as well. So whatever happens, I'll either be crying or smiling. But you'll see me again tomorrow. Thank you ever so much, everyone. If you are watching back, please do put your predictions in. I do write them down once I see them, and I'll let you know if you've got it right or not. But guys, have a lovely weekend. If I don't see you before as well, have a happy new year as well. But guys, take it easy. Speak to you later. Bye-bye.
Go on, Arsenal.